It's shocking how that long ago came back almost overnight. The memories, I mean, just, they're right there still. Shock and fear that she was gone and this was serious. You know, I think prior to that, it never really entered your mind that that was a possibility.
That was a tough day.
On August 4th, 1986, 13-year-old Jennifer Bastian disappeared while riding her bike in Point Defiance Park. Her body was found 24 days later in a wooded area of the same park.
It took a toll. I'm sorry. I'd always had the hopes. My hope was that, she'd be alive, and that really devastated me. She was such a beam of brightness, and it just pulled a dark shade.
She was probably one of the most, even to this point in my life, like pure would be the word, like just a pure soul.
It was on North Highland Street, 18th and North Highland, and we moved in when Dean was in the 4th grade. And so he was new to the neighborhood, new to the school, and he went to Downing. And that's kind of where he met the neighborhood boys. Jenny was a year ahead, and so whether she was necessarily a school friend, maybe not so much, but because of her proximity to the circle. So for me, it was a new neighborhood, but such nice parents. And my friends and I talk about this often, that neighborhoods were so important in a marriage and your children's lives. And everybody kind of had that comfort. And there was neighborhood kids. I grew up in a neighborhood, he grew up in a neighborhood. And everyone always did just kind of let their children go for the day.
Jenny was gone, that I thought more about when my kids were out. It was always in the back of my mind about what had happened about Jenny, and I think it made me at times overly protective.
That was a very fearful time for parents, obviously, and it kind of makes you tighten the reins as a parent. So after that, it's just something that followed me through the life of my children. But it's that female girl alone comfort thing. And so for all mothers of daughters, a girl alone became the worst possible tragedy. I used to take the bus to Point Defiance from South Tacoma and not come back for 4 or 5 hours with no cell phones, no communication, and with other girls, and we'd run the trails without any fear.
I really think about the Bastians more, you know. You imagine before you have kids, you can imagine, but once you do have kids, it's a whole nother perspective. And it was like getting introduced to something that you didn't know existed, that was possible in our safe little world.